Hey guys, welcome back to our weekly dose of sneaker leaks, rumors, and everything you need to know about the upcoming drops. And this week has been pretty weird. We've had some absolute banger releases, and of course we're going to recap them. But let me start off with this one right here. One of the strangest drops I think I've seen in a very long time is the Jordan 1 Heritage. Now listen, I just dropped a review yesterday, and for the most part you guys seem to be pretty positive about this sneaker. You're like, I like this colorway, I think it's pretty good. However, they're still available, guys. This is still available, I guess, sitting on shelves. I believe there's even some sizes on the Nike sneakers app, which obviously took a lot of people by surprise. But either way, this will be part of the recap. Did you guys go for this sneaker? Did you pass on it? What was your experience? What else did we have? Ooh, the Union Dunk Low, the pack, right? I also did a review on this. I managed to get this pair for retail, actually. I didn't have to pay the resale price, thankfully, because like if I took an L on this, I probably wouldn't have got it, but now that I have it in hand, I'm so thankful because getting this one in hand just seems so much better. But either way, both the blue and this purple one dropped. Let me know if you managed to get it. And it's not just us in the UK getting some specific releases. You guys out in the US, you guys had the Zebra Yeezy 350, which is something I'm pretty jealous about. And I think a lot of people were kind of hoping that it was going to be a worldwide release. And then one more before we get to the news, of course, the off-white blazers. I took an L. Everybody I know took an L, so I think these were relatively limited. But listen guys, we've got to get into the news, the leaks, the rumors. There's a lot of stuff to get excited about, so let's jump straight into it. Let's start off with this crazy pair of dunks, something a little bit different. I know we've been seeing dunks over and over again, but this colorway just caught my eye. I don't know whether I necessarily think it's good. I guess they're calling it satin. At first you may just think, oh, it's like a royal or some kind of Kentucky colorway, but all of that blue is satin, and they decided to randomly add some volt green for the outsole and then some red accents around the tongue. I'm almost applauding anything that is different nowadays because we just keep getting the same stuff. Either way, there is no release date for this pair, so if it's something that particularly interests you, all I can say is these are official images, so I would expect relatively soon, and that is pretty much it. Let's keep it moving. Juicy is once again teaming up with Nike, and if you think that they've created some crazy new sneaker, you're wrong. This is it right here. It looks extremely familiar to the Air Force One that they did, I believe, last year, or was it 2020? Pretty much identical. It's just now an Air Force One mid. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think that this is a fantastic sneaker. I loved the lows, so hey, why not drop a mid? This is supposed to be coming sometime here in 2022 alongside the other colorway, which is less exciting. Another Air Force One mid, which I imagine would drop alongside it. This is pretty much just solid black with some snakeskin for the Nike swoosh. Pretty simple stuff here, nothing too exciting, but at the end of the day, it's two pretty clean pairs of Air Force One mids. Right, I know we spoke about this last week, but this is so clean and it's getting me so excited, and we just got official images. I had to show you guys, and of course, it is the military black Jordan 4, looking like an instant cop, 100%. So at this point, we've got release dates, we've got on-foot looks, I believe, or in-hand looks at least, and this is just looking more and more appealing every single time I see it. So yeah, right here is the official images. I hope they put a decent amount of stock into these things. I imagine Jordan would, because 4s at the moment are like one of the most hyped pairs of sneakers. The actual release date for this is June the 25th. I can see this going straight on foot for the summertime. It's gonna go hard. I mean, I've been rocking my freaking white Oreos over and over again. I love those things, and I really like this colorway too. Speaking of black and white, this next one is actually pretty crazy, but at the same time still black and white. Take a look at this. This is a half and half blocking on a Jordan 1 low. They're calling this one the split. Now we know that Jordan Brand did this on a Jordan 1 high. They did it with the bread and I believe the Chicago colorway, where they just literally split it in half, and honestly I think it's such a cool look. And now on this pair of lows, just because it's black and white, it kind of blends together really well and it doesn't look too polarizing. I think this one could be something really nice, and I actually quite like it. Now even frickin' House of Heat are saying taking the OG Panda colorway into consideration. Can we just drop calling anything black and white the Pandas now? I feel like, you know, let's just not do that. Either way, this is the Jordan 1 Low split with no exact release date, but at some point here in 2022, my man Drake is back at it again with another pair of sneakers, which I don't know if people will like. For me, it's not my thing, but I'd love to know your thoughts, so let me show you what we're working with now. This is the new Zoom Flight 95, which literally all we saw was Drake wearing it, so there's no like kind of press or actual information. Now, even though this looks extremely similar to what House of Heat has up on here in this image, there are some very clear differences. The iced out outsole and the design just kind of moves like from the front downward. Potentially we could be getting this sneaker right here. Drake is wearing it. Again, there's no official announcements or anything like that, but listen, I don't think it's the worst looking pair of shoes in the world. It looks very basketball-like, if that makes sense. Like in terms of casually wearing this pair of sneakers, I don't think it's gonna hit as hard. Right, we finally got some in-hand images of the upcoming Yeezy foam runner, which is gonna be ready for summertime. This is the Sulfur colorway. So again, we kind of spoke about the release date and everything about this pair, but we haven't seen, I guess, the actual in-hand images. So this is what it looks like here. Very, like, I guess a lot more yellow than I imagined it would, at least from those, I guess, rendered images that we saw before. Now, these are coming right around the corner on April the 16th. These are going to be in a full family size run, which hopefully means there's going to be a decent amount of stock. And as we know with foam runners, usually they drop like 2 colors together. A bunch of outfits. This is going to go great. I feel like we're all gonna try anyway. Just to get a freaking foam runner W is pretty big. Right, we've got some first looks at yet another Jordan 2 collaboration, guys. They are getting pumped out, and this one is actually a really interesting take. So this is a collaboration with Nina Chanel Abney, and excuse me if that's someone that's super popular, but I have never heard of her or that person before. Either way, this collaboration is looking pretty cool. It looks like they've stripped down the Jordan 2 to make it like super vintagey and I guess simple. This collaboration definitely does look pretty interesting. It almost looks like now it has the shape of like a Jordan 1 to some degree. Like it looks a little bit higher. I don't know whether that's just the simple nature of this sneaker or whether it's just the images. I don't know, but this is not looking bad at all. Now, I believe these are lined up or set to drop this year. In fact, here we go. There's a release date, July the 8th. Apparently, we're getting this pair of shoes. Billie Eilish has secured the bag with another collaboration with Nike. So obviously, I think she did the Jordan 15 and what was the other one? An AJKO. This is the next one, a Nike Air Force 1 High. Take a look at these bad boys with about 15 million straps on the top to make sure your foot is never coming out of this pair of shoes. I mean, honestly, it's just a plain Air Force 1 with 5 straps. So if you're into the Velcro strap thing, if you like to be taken straight back to primary school with the strap shoes, then I think this is a solid option. But yeah, we've got official images, so these are right around the corner. I gotta say that the colorway is on point. I really like the color. It's all monochromatic, this kind of tan, beigey look. And then obviously the materials also look pretty good. In terms of a release date, we are probably looking at some point here in 2022. It is payback time. US, you guys think you can just get a nice Yeezy 350 Zebra release without us? Without including us, the UK? No. Son, we are going to clap back. Here is our revenge. Take a look at this. Oh yeah, the Jordan 4 Zen Master. Guess what? You guys are not getting them. It's UK only. Listen, I love you guys out in the US. I'm only playing, okay? Listen, you guys are not getting the Zen Masters. Maybe this is horrendous news for some people who really wanted this pair of sneakers, or maybe it's good news. Maybe you just never were interested in this pair of shoes at all. But the information we have now of the long-awaited Zen Master Jordan 4 is that apparently it's not dropping specifically out in the US. Now, I have no idea why, or, you know, like, who else is getting it then? Is it going to be EU only? Either way, the release date for this pair of sneakers, if you were interested, is June the 6th. So, Air Force 1s. We all know that it's like the most popular Nike sneaker. Everybody just cannot get enough of the triple white Air Force 1. But there's one problem, right? There's one problem with the Air Force 1. It's a great sneaker, but it's trash material. We all just don't like the material on there. It creases up and it looks nasty after just a couple wears. Well, Nike hears you, and they're going to give you an option where you can get the premium Air Force 1. Now, this is going to be a full leather construct. So looking at this top-down image here, it looks like the tongue, and even the sock liner is made of full grain leather. They're calling this one the Air Force One Low Fresh. I don't think it's gonna be that popular. Now, don't get me wrong, there's definitely gonna be people that are excited about this who maybe just hate the leather quality on a regular Air Force One, but I think for the general populace, they're probably gonna stick with their regular Air Force One. Either way, these are official images. Expect these right around the corner. Expect them not to have a huge release, like they'll probably just pop up on the Nike app. Speaking of Air Force Ones, we finally have a release date, which is really good news for the Off-White Air Force One. So this is the collaboration that we've seen for a while. Even before Virgil passed away, we saw like leaks and rumors of this pair of sneakers, so it has been in the work for a while, and it's really good news that we're going to get a release of this, because I think it was kind of left unsure, like, are they still going to release Virgil's creations? Are they going to axe the whole thing? Thankfully, it looks like they're going ahead with multiple releases. Obviously, we just had the Blazers. Yeah, this is the white colorway, which I'm more of a fan of. I mean, it's still pretty insane looking, but I don't mind this white colorway. I think I could definitely rock these and be pretty happy with it. Now, these are going to be dropping next month, so we don't have an exact release date, but they are supposed to be dropping next month in May, so look forward to, I imagine they do this and like both of the white and the black colorways together, and they'll have a Nike sneakers release and all of the raffles and everything like that. You guys told me that you're sick of talking about the Low Panda. Well, guess what? We've got a new version. So here it is. This is the Low Panda 2.0, if you will. The next generation in black and white dunks. Nike is a company that just knows how to milk the hype out of something. It's like, oh, the Low Panda is hyped. Well, let's just do every single iteration possible. They did the Supreme ones, the Reverse Panda, they did the Panda Highs, and now we've got a 2.0. There's probably some more Panda variations in there, but this essentially, it looks like a little bit more of a premium option, or at least it has very different materials to a standard Dunk Low. Got like a WWE title belt looking debray on the laces. Either way, it doesn't look like we have a set release date for this. I imagine it's coming relatively soon. We don't have official images or anything like that, but this is your first in-hand look at the Low Panda 2.0. Okay guys, for our final story of the day, I've got to bring you some more unfortunate news. Another theft, another sneaker theft. So a while ago, I think it was either last week or the week before that, we were talking about the U-Haul truck that was like, I think there was like 250,000 in Yeezys that were stolen. So $100,000 of sneakers was caught on video and was stolen from an online sneaker store. They're called Heart and Soul Cincy for Cincinnati. Their storage unit, which was full of sneakers, got robbed. The guy got back from vacation, he opened up the door and it's empty. Imagine that, you have 100 grand of shoes sitting in this storage unit. You pull open this thing, imagine the shock you would get when everything is just trashed and it's all gone. Look at this video here. He's showing off what it looked like before. I assume he went on vacation. He's got like a whole wall of Yeezys. He's got Jordan 4s. He's got like collaboration sneakers, Jordan 1s. I imagine this hit them hard, which is just super sad. You can just see the guys like kind of loading up the shoes on these little trolleys. Obviously they're masked up and they're ready to go. He's just wheeling in that trolley, picking up some shoes and wheeling it back out again. You would hope that the storage unit security was on top of stuff like this. Like, this is so bad that they're literally just wheeling trolleys through and are able to use the elevators and just, you know, wheel it back out again. This is pretty mental. I mean, anybody who stores their stuff in storage units, just make sure your security is on point. But hey, we're gonna wrap it up here. That has pretty much been it. Thank you guys so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. You know I'll catch you in the next one, but until then.